Gold Rush fans, buckle up because Season 16 is about to hit another level of intensity. The upcoming episode, Rick's Bold Call, airing Friday, November 21st, 2025 at 8 p.m. on Discovery, promises to shake up the entire playing field. Episode 3 puts the spotlight directly on Rick Ness, and if you thought he was already under pressure, this week raises the stakes even higher. Rick has been fighting uphill since the start of the season, stalled by permits, forced to leave Duncan Creek, and scrambling to rebuild his crew. Now, just when it seemed like he had finally secured new ground and a second chance, Rick finds himself unhappy with the terms of the new claim he's been offered. Instead of backing down or settling for an agreement that doesn't feel right, he decides to make a bold, risky, game-changing move. This is the kind of decision that either saves a Miners season or destroys it. Fans are already wondering, is Rick's confidence stronger than the reality of his situation? Or is this exactly the kind of boldness he needs to stage a true comeback? While Rick is setting the tone with high-risk, high-reward choices, Parker's camp is dealing with chaos of its own. His foreman, Tyson faces a serious crisis this week when one of the cuts floods, throwing the entire operation into disarray. Managing breakdowns is one thing, but doing it while training a wave of new, inexperienced recruits is a whole different level of pressure. These rookies are still learning the basics, and Tyson has to balance teaching them, fixing equipment, and keeping production moving. Episode 3 puts Tyson's leadership right under the microscope. Can he keep morale high? Can he prevent rookie mistakes from shutting everything down? Or will the flood and the inexperience combine into the perfect storm? And then, of course, there's Tony Beets. Because no Gold Rush episode is complete without Tony unleashing pure gold mining fury. This week, Tony reaches a boiling point dealing with his rookies. His frustration spills over into full-blown explosions, yelling matches, and even flipping over trucks. Only Tony could turn a training session into something that looks like a demolition derby. But behind the anger is real pressure. Tony has aggressive goals this year, the season is moving quickly, and every mistake from his rookies costs precious ounces. Episode 3 promises some of Tony's most unforgettable reactions yet, all while showing the tough reality of trying to mold inexperienced miners into a productive crew. With high emotions, tough decisions, natural challenges, and big gambles all colliding, Episode 3 is shaping up to be one of the most dramatic chapters in the season so far. But before we arrive there, let's rewind and take a look at everything that went down in Episode 2, because last week laid the foundation for the chaos we're about to see. In Episode 2, every miner faced major turning points. Parker continued his ambitious quest for a 10,000-ounce season, pushing multiple cuts and trying to fire up every wash plant he could. He even brought Slucifer out of retirement after 2 years. Tyson jumped between the massive bridge cut and the promising Golden Mile, dealing with breakdowns, stuck excavators, and shutdowns. Even with all the setbacks, Parker's crew managed a massive gold haul, over 270 ounces combined, bringing them close to the $1 million mark after just 2 episodes. It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to keep Parker's dream alive. Over at the Beets operation, Kevin was struggling to keep his crew intact. Losing Brennan back to Parker hurt, but losing Caden the following week was a major blow. Faith's glare when Caden delivered the news said everything. This wasn't just a professional loss, it felt personal. Still, Kevin kept pushing. Working wet pay slowed them down, but they managed almost 50 ounces, bringing their season total past 100. Meanwhile, Tony battled his own disaster when a beaver plugged a culvert and flooded Cousin Mike's cut. After half a day of digging sticks and clearing mud, they got back on track and still produced over 214 ounces for the week, pushing their total beyond 630 ounces. Even nature couldn't keep the Beets family down for long. And then there was Rick, finally getting the green light to mine at Lightning Creek after striking a deal with landlord Troy Taylor. With Z returning and a new recruit joining, Rick opened the diamond cut and finally got a shot at real production. But Episode 3 now puts Rick right back in the hot seat. staring down a decision that will test everything he's learned. So the question is, will Rick's bold call pay off? Will Tyson get control of his flooded cut and rookie crew? And will Tony finally whip his rookies into shape? Or flip more trucks before the week is over? We'll find out on Friday, November 21st at 8 p.m.